In today's fast-paced world, it seems like there's always something demanding our attention. From the moment we wake up to the buzz of our alarm clocks, to the endless stream of notifications on our phones, to the hustle and bustle of our daily commutes, we're constantly bombarded with stimuli. This non-stop activity can leave us feeling drained, stressed, and disconnected from ourselves and the world around us. But what if there was a way to find peace amidst the chaos? What if we could tap into a dimension of calm and quiet that exists right beneath the surface of our busy lives? This is where the concept of stillness comes in. Stillness isn't just about being physically quiet or motionless. It's a state of inner calm and presence that can help us navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity. In this video, we'll explore the power of stillness and how it can transform our lives in profound ways. Let's start by looking at the problem of constant motion in our modern world. Many of us live in a state of perpetual busyness. We rush from one task to the next, always striving to be more productive, more efficient, more successful. We fill every spare moment with activity, whether it's scrolling through social media, catching up on work emails, or planning our next move. This constant state of doing has become so normalized that we often feel guilty or anxious when we're not actively engaged in something. But this non-stop lifestyle comes at a cost. Our bodies and minds aren't designed to be in constant motion. When we never give ourselves a chance to slow down and recharge, we risk burnout, chronic stress, and a host of physical and mental health issues. Studies have shown that chronic stress can lead to problems like high blood pressure, weakened immune function, and increased risk of depression and anxiety. Moreover, when we're always on the go, we miss out on the richness of life that can only be experienced in moments of quiet reflection. We may find ourselves going through the motions of our days without really being present for them. We might achieve our goals but still feel a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction. This is where stillness can make a huge difference. But what exactly is stillness? At its core, stillness is a state of being rather than doing. It's about creating space in our lives, both externally and internally, for quiet and calm. Stillness doesn't mean we have to sit in perfect silence for hours on end or completely withdraw from the world. Instead, it's about cultivating a sense of inner peace and presence that we can carry with us throughout our day. Stillness is like the calm center of a storm. Even when there's chaos all around us, we can learn to access this inner place of tranquility. It's a state where we're fully present in the moment, not caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. In stillness, we can observe our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. This allows us to respond to life's challenges with greater clarity and wisdom, rather than just reacting on autopilot. The benefits of stillness aren't just anecdotal. There's a growing body of scientific research supporting its positive effects on our health and well-being. Studies have shown that practices that promote stillness, such as meditation and mindfulness, can have profound effects on our brains and bodies. For example, researchers found that regular meditation can actually change the structure of our brains. It can increase the density of gray matter in areas associated with learning, memory, and emotional regulation. This means that cultivating stillness can literally reshape our brains in ways that enhance our cognitive abilities and emotional well-being. Stillness practices have also been shown to reduce activity in the brain's default mode network, the area responsible for mind-wandering and self-referential thoughts. This can lead to decreased rumination and worry, and a greater ability to focus on the present moment. On a physical level, stillness can activate our parasympathetic nervous system, often called the rest and digest system. This counteracts the effects of chronic stress, lowering our heart rate, blood pressure, and cortisol levels. Regular periods of stillness can boost our immune function, improve sleep quality, and even help with pain management. Despite these benefits, many people have misconceptions about stillness that hold them back from exploring it. One common myth is that stillness means doing nothing, and that it's therefore a waste of time. In our productivity-obsessed culture, the idea of just sitting there can seem pointless or even selfish. But stillness isn't about being lazy or unproductive. In fact, It can dramatically enhance our productivity by allowing us to approach our tasks with greater focus and clarity. Many successful people throughout history have credited their achievements to regular periods of quiet reflection. Another misconception is that stillness requires perfect peace and quiet. People often think they need to escape to a mountaintop retreat or have a perfectly silent environment to practice stillness. While these conditions can be helpful, they're not necessary. Stillness is an internal state that we can cultivate even in the midst of noise and activity. Some people worry that focusing on stillness means withdrawing from life or becoming passive, but the goal of stillness isn't to disconnect from the world, it's to engage with it more fully and authentically. By cultivating inner calm, we become better equipped to handle life's challenges and connect more deeply with others. So how can we start incorporating more stillness into our everyday lives? The good news is that there are many simple ways to do this, even in the midst of a busy schedule. One approach is to create small pockets of quiet throughout your day. This could be as simple as taking a few deep breaths before starting a new task, or spending 5 minutes sitting quietly with your morning coffee before diving into your to-do list. Another strategy is to bring more mindfulness to routine activities. For example, when you're eating, try to really focus on the experience, the tastes, textures, and smells of your food. When you're walking, pay attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground and the air moving in and out of your lungs. These moments of mindful awareness can help anchor us in the present moment and cultivate a sense of inner stillness. You might also consider setting aside dedicated time for stillness practices like meditation or contemplative prayer. Even just 10-15 minutes a day can make a big difference. If sitting still feels challenging at first, you might try a moving meditation like Tai Chi or yoga, which combine physical movement with mental focus. Nature can be a powerful aid in cultivating stillness. Spending time outdoors, away from screens and artificial stimuli, can help us reconnect with a slower, more natural rhythm. Even if you live in a city, finding a park or green space to visit regularly can be very beneficial. Mindfulness is closely related to stillness and can be a powerful tool for cultivating inner calm. At its core, mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment with openness and curiosity, without judgment. It's a way of training our minds to be more present and less reactive. There are many simple mindfulness exercises you can try. One basic practice is to focus on your breath. Simply sit comfortably and bring your attention to the sensation of your breath moving in and out of your body. When your mind wanders, which it inevitably will, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple exercise can help calm your nervous system and train your mind to be more present. Another mindfulness technique is the body scan. This involves systematically bringing your attention to different parts of your body, noticing any sensations without trying to change them. This can help you become more aware of physical tension you might be holding and can promote relaxation. You can also practice mindfulness in everyday activities. For example, when you're washing dishes, really focus on the experience, the temperature of the water, the sensation of soap on your hands, the sound of dishes clinking together. By bringing this kind of focused attention to routine tasks, we can transform them from mundane chores into opportunities for presence and calm. One of the most powerful benefits of stillness is its ability to enhance creativity. Many great thinkers and artists throughout history have recognized the importance of quiet reflection in the creative process. When we're constantly busy and distracted, we don't give our minds the space they need to make new connections and come up with innovative ideas. Stillness allows our minds to wander in productive ways. It gives us the mental space to step back from problems and see them from new angles. It allows us to tap into our intuition and access deeper levels of insight. Many successful people have incorporated regular periods of stillness into their routines. For example, many writers speak about the importance of long walks or quiet mornings for sparking their creativity. Scientists often report having breakthrough ideas during moments of relaxation, when their minds are free to make unexpected connections. By cultivating stillness, we create the conditions for our innate creativity to flourish. We allow ourselves to hear the quieter voices of inspiration that can get drowned out in the noise of daily life. Of course, incorporating more stillness into our lives isn't always easy. There are many obstacles that can get in the way. One common challenge is simply finding the time. In our busy schedules, it can feel like there's no room for quiet reflection. But remember, even small moments of stillness can be beneficial. Start with just a few minutes a day and gradually increase as you're able. Another obstacle is the discomfort that can arise when we slow down. When we're used to constant stimulation, silence can feel uncomfortable at first. We might become more aware of anxious thoughts or difficult emotions that we usually keep at bay through busyness. This is normal and actually part of the process. By learning to sit with these experiences without immediately reacting to them, we can develop greater emotional resilience. External distractions can also be a challenge. If you live in a noisy environment or have family members who don't understand your need for quiet time, it can be hard to find space for stillness. In these cases, you might need to get creative. Maybe you can use noise-canceling headphones or find a quiet spot in a local park. Remember, stillness is ultimately an internal state. With practice, you can learn to access it even in less than ideal external conditions. For those with busy minds, the idea of stillness might seem impossible. If this is you, remember that the goal isn't to completely empty your mind of thoughts. Instead, it's about changing your relationship to your thoughts. With practice, you can learn to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. As you cultivate more stillness in your life, you may notice that its effects extend beyond you as an individual. Stillness has a ripple effect that can positively impact those around you. When we're calmer and more centered, we're better able to respond to others with patience and compassion. We're less likely to react impulsively or say things we later regret. This can lead to improved relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. When we're not constantly rushing or stressed, we can be more present in our interactions with others. We can listen more deeply and communicate more clearly. Moreover, by modeling the value of stillness, we can inspire others to explore it for themselves. In a world that often glorifies busyness, choosing to prioritize stillness can be a powerful statement. It shows that it's possible to live differently, to step off the treadmill of constant activity and find a more balanced way of being. On a broader scale, a society of individuals who value stillness might be more peaceful, more thoughtful in its actions, and better equipped to handle complex challenges. By cultivating our own inner peace, we contribute to creating a more peaceful world. Now let's take a moment to practice stillness together. Find a comfortable position, whether sitting or standing. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or simply soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale through your mouth. As you continue to breathe naturally, bring your attention to the sensation of your breath moving in and out of your body. Notice the rise and fall of your chest or belly as you breathe. If your mind wanders, that's okay. It's what minds do. When you notice that your attention has drifted, gently bring it back to your breath. There's no need to judge yourself or try to force anything. Just allow yourself to be here, in this moment, with your breath. Continue this for a few more breaths. Notice how you feel. Even this brief moment of stillness can begin to calm your nervous system and bring you more fully into the present moment. As we come to the end of this video, let's recap the main points we've covered about stillness. We've seen that stillness is not just the absence of movement or noise, but a state of inner calm and presence. It's a powerful antidote to the constant motion and stress of modern life. We've explored the scientific benefits of stillness, from changes in brain structure to improvements in physical health. We've debunked common misconceptions about stillness and offered practical ways to incorporate more stillness into daily life. We've seen how stillness can enhance creativity, improve relationships, and contribute to a more peaceful world. And we've experienced a brief moment of stillness ourselves. Remember, cultivating stillness is a practice. It's not about achieving a perfect state of calm, but about regularly creating space in your life for quiet and presence. Start small, be patient with yourself, and notice the positive changes that begin to unfold. In a world that often values doing over being, choosing stillness can be a radical act. It's a way of reclaiming our inner peace and connecting more deeply with ourselves and the world around us. By unlocking the dimension of stillness, we open ourselves to a richer, more meaningful way of living. So as you go about your day, try to carry this sense of stillness with you. In moments of stress or overwhelm, remember that you can always return to your breath, to the present moment. The dimension of stillness is always there, waiting for you to access it. As you continue on your path, be kind to yourself. Cultivating stillness is a skill that develops over time. Some days it may come easily, while other days it might feel more challenging. That's all part of the process. What matters is your intention to create more space for stillness in your life. Consider how you might incorporate some of the practices we've discussed into your daily routine. Perhaps you could start your day with a few minutes of quiet reflection before checking your phone. Or maybe you could take short stillness breaks throughout your workday, pausing to take a few deep breaths and reconnect with the present moment. Remember that stillness doesn't have to look a certain way. It's not about achieving a particular state or having a specific experience. It's simply about creating space to be with yourself, to observe your thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. This practice can help you navigate life's challenges with greater ease and clarity. As you explore stillness, you may find that it opens up new perspectives and possibilities in your life. You might discover new insights about yourself or your relationships. You may find solutions to problems that had previously seemed unsolvable, or you might simply experience a greater sense of peace and contentment in your daily life. Remember, too, that stillness is not just for your own benefit. As you cultivate inner calm, you become better equipped to be a positive presence in the world. Your interactions with others may become more patient and compassionate. You may find yourself better able to listen deeply and respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. In this way, your personal practice of stillness can have a ripple effect, contributing to greater harmony in your relationships, your community, and beyond. By finding peace within yourself, you contribute to creating a more peaceful world. So as we conclude this video, I invite you to make a commitment to yourself. How will you bring more stillness into your life? It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Even small, consistent steps can lead to significant change over time. Perhaps you'll set aside a few minutes each day for quiet reflection. Maybe you'll practice bringing mindful awareness to everyday activities. Or perhaps you'll explore new ways of connecting with nature as a source of stillness and renewal. Whatever form it takes, know that your commitment to stillness is a gift to yourself and to the world. It's a way of honoring your need for balance and renewal in a fast-paced world. It's a path to greater presence, clarity, and joy in your life. Thank you again for joining me on this exploration of stillness. I hope you found it inspiring and practical. Remember, the dimension of stillness is always available to you, waiting to be unlocked. All it takes is your willingness to pause, breathe, and connect with the quiet strength within you. As you go forward from here, carry the spirit of stillness with you. Let it be a source of strength and renewal in your daily life. And know that each moment of stillness you create is a step towards a more balanced, peaceful, and fulfilling life. May your journey into stillness bring you greater peace, clarity, and joy. And may the ripples of your practice extend outward, contributing to a calmer, more compassionate world for all. Thank you for your attention and participation. I wish you well on your continuing journey into the powerful dimension of stillness.